Fuck shit. Fuck.
I really need you with me. It's so lonely in this city. If you never knew what you wanted, how could you know joy is what you're missing? What you're missing.
Ah, that's lovely. It's been a while since I have made a video, which sucks. But we're back with a freaking banger, boy. Just keep watching, please. I need your watch time. Even if you don't care, just maybe keep the video on and walk away and let the video roll. That would really help me with YouTube's current algorithm. If you could just give me not only the view, but the watch time of the whole this is sounding very desperate, and I mean it like that. Today I want to talk about being messy, because I am that. I have always been a messy person. Thanks, Mom. I am very messy. However, it is something that I, over time, have learned to love about myself. And if you are a messy person, this is why you should love it about yourself. Over my lifespan, I have observed a few things about being messy, and I have taken note of the things that I like about myself as a messy individual. Number one, I think it resembles a sense of like freedom and just being a very free-spirited person. The thing I've noticed about myself and being messy is that it kind of symbolizes creativity. This isn't to say that neat people aren't creative. However, I do feel like there is a correlation with messy people and creative people. I am not analytical, not by the book, and I am not a neat and orderly person. I like to sprawl things around and just kind of do what I want and just roll around in it and just, you know, be a happy, messy little bean. And again, I admire people who can be neat and orderly and that are analytical thinkers. But I've noticed that something about my brain is that I don't need that. I like work around the mess and whatever. This kind of sounds like I'm like condoning messiness, but like clean up, like please, like being hygienic, it's so good. But I just mean like personality types, you know? You have left-minded people, you have right-minded people, you have analytical thinkers, you have creative thinkers, you have clean people, you have messy people. There's a time in my life where I thought that everything had to be perfect. Everything had to be aesthetic and clean and orderly. Not to say that I don't like aesthetic things. I obviously fucking love aesthetic things. If my room looked like a photo off of West Elm, I would be fucking stoked. But there was a time in my life where I was just like hyper aesthetic, hyper like trying to be perfect. And I think that really fell in line with my anorexia back in the day. I think this goes with a lot of different mental illnesses, but I know it reigns true for anorexia, is that when you have this disease, this mental illness, you try to control not only your diet, but it floods into your day-to-day life. So for me, I would be OCD about, you know, the littlest things, like when it comes to food. Like I can't even put cream in my coffee because I can't dare to have those 65 extra calories, you know? So that went into my day-to-day life with being clean. I was a germaphobe. I'm not a germaphobe anymore, but I used to be so bad where I like could not even sit in a diner. Like it just freaked me out to even like have, if it was summer and my legs were like touching, this is still kind of gross actually to think about it, but if my legs were like touching a leather chair, like I could not do it. I had like a fear of all public places. I like put on hand sanitizer every 2 minutes. And yeah, it was just very reflective of how my mind was kind of reacting to things that I saw as imperfection. Whether that was extra calories or whether that was imperfections that took the form of germs or cleanliness. I did not let it interrupt my attempt at a perfect life. And it was so stressful to think back on it. I used to take hours to get ready. Hours. And at the time, I would wear a lot of makeup. I still do. But I remember I used to take so long to get ready, not only because I like did a lot of stuff to get ready, but I was just very neat and OCD about getting ready, and everything just had to be like perfect. And now I just like fucking beat my face and get makeup stains all over me and literally throw makeup palettes at my face in the beginning of the day. So I've improved. Not so much for like my makeup, but, and I don't even want to say that I was like this neat, clean person, but it was like my own standard of neat and clean that I held myself accountable for. My camera died. Did the light change just now? I used to be afraid of like restaurants, germs, fast food, because I just thought it was all like gross, unhealthy, germy, gross, you know? Kind of like that fear that everyone has about McDonald's, or some people have about McDonald's, which I still have. I had that for like everything. Where like to the point where like if I was in a drive-thru at a fast food restaurant and I needed water, one of my friends would be like, hey, just get water here. And I'd be like, ew, no. Like I would not get water from like a Wendy's drive-thru because I thought like the water was freaking tainted or something. It was weird. Like it was so weird to think about because I was just like a germaphobe. I thought it was like it came from a fast food restaurant, so I didn't want it. Like I truly was like a little snob. And it was a nightmare for my family because they like didn't know what was like okay for me to eat. And it wasn't even if it was like healthy or not. I mean, most of it was healthy and strict, but I had this weird like flow chart in my mind of like what was acceptable, this weird standard that I like made up in my head of like what was okay. When it came to food, when it came to what I wore, germs, like everything, I just like created this like ideal thing, this ideal life for myself that was like just so stressful to think about it now. And it also went into working out. Like if I did not work out for at least an hour a day, it was a terrible day. And even if I did work out and like the workout didn't like fucking kill me, I felt like a slob just from not working out for over an hour super hard to the point where it like killed me. I mean, I've obviously talked about how it's cool that I can like eat foods and like not hate myself now and all of that, but it also is true with just life, with messes, with anything. I'm so content with myself, and it's showing in not only my relationship with food, but my relationship with the environment, with my environment, with just not being afraid of life. I'm wearing colors again. This is like a terrible example because I'm like, this is what I would probably wear way back in the day, but that's just like brand. That's just brand. But I'm wearing colors again. I'm more vibrant in my kind of style. It's not as like plain and clean and like scared of being like quirky and different, you know? Like I was just always like blank, white, clean aesthetic, and like now I'm getting more vibrant and colorful and whatever. And I'm fucking messy as hell, which I've always been, but it was a lot more like tamed back when I had my eating disorder. And now I'm really, there's something that I can really admire about me being a messy person, because it is representative of not only the free soul that I am, but it's also representative of how far I've come from that weird standard I set for myself and like being OCD about everything. And now I'm just like throwing shit around and like just rolling in it like a fucking barbarian. And if you're a messy person, I hope that this message is something that you can take and fold and throw on the floor next to your bed, because you're a fucking animal. And like, yeah, try to clean up a bit because it's good for you. It's healthy to have a clean environment. Yeah, but if you just are a messy, like, if you're not naturally a clean person, that this is just something that you should try to love about it, because I think it does resemble like a very liberated, free spirit. So yeah, whatever, I'm just a fucking hippie. Okay, yeah, I think that's all for this video. I hope that you could get something from it. Thanks for hanging in there. I'm trying. I don't even want to know how many subscribers I lost since I posted my last video, because I've been slacking and I know that, but also I've been taking a lot of mental breaks. It was my birthday last weekend. My best friend flew in and freaking surprised me and showed up in the lobby of my apartment. So I like took the whole weekend to just love life and flop around the city with her. So yeah. So thanks. And I'm gonna try to film more videos and crank them out and just get back to it. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and watch more videos and comment and just, I don't know. Okay, bye.